All right, Willie, I've got 16 quick-fire questions for you.
16.
You sus on the 16, aren't you?
All right.
Well, because you wore number 10 and in 2004 you scored 6 tries.
Is that all?
Into it? Yeah, that's it.
Oh, right.
Number 1. Also, we're in Belmore.
Mm-hmm.
Home of the doggies. You happy to be here?
Right. I love it here.
Let's rip in. If you hadn't been an NRL player, what would you have been?
I think I would have been somewhere like in the army or something, like doing it, try to do like SAS or some sort of special forces. I didn't have plans to go to uni. I didn't have plans. So I front loaded and I just went straight in.
You're all in.
Like all into this rugby league career. So thank God it worked out.
Who's the toughest opponent you ever came across?
Petro Sivanasiva. It's like hitting that train.
Granite.
Like hitting that train. And he's such a super dude as well, where I'm like, I'd sometimes take it personally. I'd try not to like the guy. So you could, back then you could fight and everything like that. Petro's the nicest guy in the world. He's still the nicest guy. I'm very close friends with him. We had some great battles on the field, but he is just like hitting granite. And then when he hits you, it's like getting hit with a sledgehammer.
What's 9 times 8?
I don't know. I was so bad at times tables.
Did you finish school?
8 8 to 64, I know that. I wasn't good at maths. I don't like it.
You love this one because I know you love talking about yourself. What was the best try you ever scored?
I like the Origin one because it probably meant because it's the hardest arena.
If you wanted me to pick for you, I'd go Origin.
I think I actually do. That's probably the most. That's probably the most memorable try that I've scored.
This one's gone. I actually can't wait to find out. What did you do with your first paycheck? Do you remember? It'd be something stupid.
No, I don't really. I mean. Just because I was brought up very humbly, right? We didn't have that much money, so I probably just bought clothes and like shoes that I wanted that I didn't have when I was younger, right?
Sneakers.
Like Jordan 6s or something like that.
You're buying for your family.
And then I bought Mum a house when I was 21.
Yeah,
so that was probably the biggest purchase.
You know what? You're a better bloke than some people know. All right, next question.
Thanks, Allana.
No.
Backhanded.
Takes a lot for me to admit that. Who do you think's the best player in league right now?
Oh, best player in rugby league right now, Nathan Cleary. I just don't see. I can't see a fault in his game.
Yeah, he's
right.
He's
just doing stuff that a 25-year-old shouldn't really do. Like he's I'm still not over the 20 minutes what he did in the grand final last year. I'm pretty sure the Broncos aren't over it either. But that's the best 20 minutes I've ever seen. And that's like putting it near the JTs and the Andrew Johns and the Cooper Cronks and the Ricky Stewarts. It's like they didn't do what that guy just did.
Do you read? What's the last book that you read?
48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene.
What's one thing you can't live without?
Oxygen.
You're a punisher.
No. I'm not a materialistic man. I'm not anything like that. Probably my family.
Who was your hero growing up?
Bradley Clyde and Michael Jordan.
Biggest phobia? Or what are you scared of? Is there something you're scared?
I don't like snakes. I don't know many people who like snakes.
Snake? Like has one got in your space?
Well, I think when I was younger, so my brother's crazy, right? I used to pick snakes up because we used to live in Toronto West and here, hold this. I'm like,
no.
I don't want to. So that probably brings back a bit of PTSD. And I've been through these things where, because they'll come to remember they brought that big dumb python in Manly training? I don't know.
That is stupid.
All right. Anyway, they bought a big python and they'll always come to me because, they go, hey, and put it around. Oh, no, I've got to pretend. I've got to pretend like I'm cool with it. I'm like, get this thing off me.
If you could go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self? This is deep.
Oh, trust your instincts more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not be as, I don't know, reckless sometimes. But
you think you've grown out of the reckless side?
No, I haven't grown out of being reckless. I've just managed it. I've tweaked it a little bit. The balance is perfect in my life.
What was the worst game you ever played?
It's probably like mistakes in games that I sort of go.
Keep you up at night? You lay in bed.
Yeah, like what the ball's open and you have those dreams of like
shocking
when you just drop that ball, and I must have manifested it. And it happened in a game, right? I was just like the line was there and it was bang. It's like it's a little moments, I suppose.
What's the part of the modern game that annoys you the most?
6 to go. For the middles, all I feel sorry for is the middles. I mean, especially with the winger comes off and drops the ball, he goes back to the wing. The guys in the middle have they got to make that extra 6 tackles.
All right, we've only got a few to go. Did you have any pre-match superstitions or rituals?
No, I had none. I didn't have any because I just never wanted to be like that guy who go, oh my God, I didn't, put my left boot on first.
Don't have my
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, like some players did. Like Mark O'Mealy had an orange Powerade or a purple Powerade. I know, orange and blue. And there'll be some games he'd blame the Powerade. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, we all know that you've been on the big bucks for a while. What's your most outrageous purchase?
I mean, probably a house, like when I was like 27.
Wait, so you bought your mum a house before you bought yourself one?
Yeah.
All right, mate, this is our last one. Choose one player from Canterbury's history that could come back and play in the current side. It's not allowed to be yourself.
Sonny Bill.
Hey.
Jeez, what an athlete. I think he could play in any era, any time, anywhere. Probably still play now.
He could still play now. Well, there was nothing quick about it, but thanks, brother.
I just needed some sun, It's a good walk down
I
Belmore.
myself,
Got Belmore over
actually.
here. It was just down memory lane.
Could be worse. Could be a lot worse.
Thank you.